Hello. Yes, thank you. Just going to start us off with some music here. Just a second. I'm sorry. I'm actually having technical difficulties. That is very much. Hang on. I missed the wrong button. All right. Do you recognize that song? Surely you recognize it. It's one of the most iconic songs ever written. The rock song of our ages. From a really creative band. We all know them, right? This is Taurus by Spirit, of course. No, wait, I'm sorry. Actually, this is Taurus from Spirit. As that probably said, that was Led Zeppelin with Stairway to Heaven. They do sound a bit similar though, don't they? There's something there. The thing is, this song was recorded 2 years earlier than Stairway to Heaven. So easy to get things mixed up with plagiarism and originals or what. It's often really hard to tell which is which. So, my name is Nicholas, and this is my colleague Patrick. Together we run a mashup duo where we make music using this concept of remixes or covers or just plain plagiarism to make something new in between new and old music.
We won't be playing live here tonight though. Instead we're going to talk about the concept behind what we do and how this is changing now in the music industry. The border between original and copy is becoming more and more vague. But just to explain, if you don't know it, a mashup is when you take 2 or more songs and combine them to a new one. The simplest way is that you take the vocal from one song, the instrumental from another. You recognize both parts, but when you put them together, you get something quite unique.
So what we thought we would do for you here tonight, instead of playing live, is that we make a short expose of things that are clearly stolen to things that we like to dub original, because there's no such thing in our mind. Just make a short expose that, yeah, of that thing.
Maybe you've heard about Daft Punk. I think we're going to start with some examples from them. A big French house duo who released a lot of albums. All of them is very celebrated around the world. They're very famous for their unique sound in house music. But everything isn't always as it seems. We're going to listen to some of their biggest singles. This is Robot Rock that was released in 2003. But already in 1980, Breakwater released this one. Okay, back to Daft Punk. This is Digital Love, released in 2001. And in 1997, George Duke released this one. One last example. Get Lucky, the summer's biggest hits from Daft Punk. There is a kid called ZACK who records himself by playing guitar and puts it out on YouTube. It is huge on YouTube. 2 years earlier, Get Lucky, he released this song coming up soon. Here it is.
All right, so with Daft Punk, that line may not be as blurred as they'd like you to think. You didn't hear it from us, though. That said, though, there is a culture out there from where me and Patrick come from, the mashup culture, where people steal just as shamelessly, but uses a different approach to build something new and fun, which is what we do live. The fun thing about this type of creativity is that the big labels are even starting to get their eyes open to this. Just a few years ago, a British mashup artist called Nemo figured out that if you take this awesome groove from Madonna, you recognize it, right? Classic song. He also took that and paired it with Danny Minogue's Don't Wanna Lose This Feeling. They're both excellent songs in their own right. This might be a bit bland, I think, but it's a good song. What he figured though is if you take Madonna's bass line and the vocals from this one, you get pure gold. I think this is just excellent. And we're not the only one who thinks so. This mashup was actually heard by both Minogue and Madonna, and they collaborated to make a single of it. They took the mix from Nemo, and it got its own music video, and it's one of the few instrumentals that Madonna ever released to another artist, which is really nice, I think.
The next step towards creating something that you consider to be an original song is nicely shown in MACKLEMORE's first single, Other Side. MACKLEMORE, before he was famous, recorded a song also called Other Side, based on Red Hot Chili Peppers' song Other Side. The lyrics is about the same subject, and he even rapped on top of Red Hot Chili Peppers' song. But later on, when he got famous, he wanted to release the track. So then he made a new production of the track and released it officially. We're going to start with hearing Red Hot Chili Peppers song. And here is MACKLEMORE's demo.
You wanna hit it, dog? It's the same stuff Weezy sipping hum. And tons of other rappers that be spitting hard. Yeah, five up bone. And when I passed them in styrofoam. They used to pick her to rhyme before. Finally got to see what all the hype was on. And then he took a sip, sitting in the Lincoln, thinking it was pimping.
That's when they released it officially. This is the final single.
To the base, go. Months later, the use went up. Every blunt was accompanied by the big stuff. Goddamn, love that feeling. Purple rain coated in the throat, just so healing. Medicine alleviate the sickness. Liquid and mix till it comes with the cold.
And suddenly, the copy became the original. And I think this is very, very expressive for how the creative process often works and how it's becoming more and more accepted. That you get inspired and even steal something from someone else, and then you start adding layers of your own production on top, and in the end, you just face away the old artist and you have something unique.
We're going to make one last example of that kind of stuff, where you use other people's work to create your own. This one is a bit more technical, actually, so I put my mic in here. It's from The Prodigy. They often take small samples of things. They sound really cool or just has the right sound. And then they twist it into something which has to be considered an original. In this example we have here, they take a guitar from Rage Against the Machine, Bulls on Parade, and then they tweak it into a sound that's in the background of Smack My Bitch Up, their mega hit. It's still stealing, it is an original, it still isn't legal, but there's something to it that I think we need to recognize as a society, that this is the way creativity works. So the funny thing about technology is that we can sit at home and practically follow in the footsteps of what Prodigy does to show you here. So we thought we'd make an example and just show you how they tweak the guitar from Rage Against the Machine to Smack My Bitch Up. Classic song. So what they did is, they took this and they just pitched it way down. They looped it a bit. Pitched it up. And then they just add some effects. Now this is practically the the background for Smack My Bitch Up. So I'm just going to mix Smack My Bitch Up here, fade this away, and I'll show you. Alright, so this is just Smack My Bitch Up. Just put that and tweak it into this new thing.
We've been touring around and playing this kind of stuff for about 5 years now. And we've completely let go of the concept of original and copy because you lose respect for it after a while. But it's, I think it's important to let go of that what do you say, bar about becoming an original artist or creating something new. Let go of that. I hope these are some examples that show that if you just create for fun and do your thing, you eventually gonna succeed in some way. Thank you.